Alright, hello and welcome to this vlog. Now we're going to talk about scientific notation. What does it even mean and why would we even use it? Sometimes while we're calculating things in science, the numbers get really large or really small. For example, you may have a number like 37 billion. You want to write that large number every time? You don't have to. You can write it in shorthand instead. 3.7 times 10 to a certain power. Or if the number is incredibly small, meaning you have a decimal point and a bunch of zeros and then some numbers, you want to write that every time. It gets boring after a while. So you can use shorthand. It's the decimal times 10 to a power. Now we have some rules about what qualifies for scientific notation and how to write it. Both these examples, these numbers, 2.03 or 7 point, the first number must be between 1 and less than 10, really 1 to 9. It can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to 9, the first digit. If it's 10 point something, it doesn't qualify. You can't write scientific notation that way. Not 11 or 12. You have to make some changes. You have 10 squared, you have 10 to the 7th. So this number is bigger than 7.362 or 2.03. The other number here you see 8.1 times 10 to the negative 5. That number, the negative exponent, means the number is incredibly small. It's 0.000081. Okay? So, the rules are you're going to multiply it by power of 10 with an exponent. And the first digit in the number must be 1 between 1 and 9. It can be 1 or it can be up to 9. Now we're going to talk about how do we even write, if we have a number that's large, how do we convert that over to scientific notation? So the first example, you have the number. If it's a large number, you're going to be moving the decimal until just before the first digit. For example, so we moved it over a bunch of places until the digit 7, and we have 7 point something, 0.3. Now you're going to count, this is in step 2 now, now you're going to count how many places you moved to the left. And that becomes the exponent for 10. If you move it left, it's going to be 10 to a positive exponent. If you move the decimal point right, it will be a negative exponent. All right? For example, these numbers are equivalent. 730,000 is equivalent to 7.3 times 10 to the 5th power. Now we have some examples to work on next. Now, we're working in the opposite direction. We have 0.0000104. We're moving the decimal to the right now. So our first step is to move the decimal point to where it's 1.04. Now, how many places did we move left or right? We moved 6 places to the right, meaning this will be a negative exponent. So now we'll put these for step 1 and step 2 together. Now we have 1.04, 1 is between 1 and 9, is fine, times 10 to the negative 6. And that's all for this vlog.